Welcome once again, fellow YouTubers, to the Stink Bug Works, the super secret research and development division of Dr. Jet Laboratories. Today, I'm here to talk about progress on the 12-inch challenge, some issues that came up, and how I dealt with them. First issue that came up was the rudder. And if you looked at previous videos, I looked at taking the metal rudder and adapting it because it was just too close to the propeller. So, being as this is a wood challenge, why not build the rudder out of wood? It's light, it's strong, and in fact, wood is a composite structure, if you think about it. So I've decided I made my rudder bracket here out of plywood, and yeah, that's a motor mount there, but eventually it'll get a carbon fiber rudder, and my servo cable will run from the servo. It'll come out, somewhere out here. It'll go through this hole and into an arm that's epoxied into the carbon fiber rudder. So it'll all be nice and sanitary, clean, easy to do. It'll be lightweight, and look at here. It doesn't crash with my rudder. Oh, wait a minute. There's a new setup board. I neglected to tell you folks. Here's my new setup board. And what I did was, well, here, let's pull the pins. Nothing's glued in yet, but I made some indexing tabs with these pieces of wood, and so I can set my little ramp that's at exactly 4 degrees, and my little ramp that's at exactly 4 degrees, and now they're nice and square and even, and my other little ramp that's at 1.5 degrees and a support for there. And lo and behold, usually I set this up the other way. So in a sense, it's backwards, but I can fix that real quick. Now it's not backwards. Now I can see. So we have a nice little arrangement here that I can get the correct angle of dangle. And here's the deal for getting your sponsons, and I talked about this when I did the donut, that basically you have to have the rigger assembled before you put the rods in. So you need to hold the sponsons relative to the tub in order to get the boom tubes. Yeah, the boom tubes in the right location. So once everything is, set up and sitting in its relative position, then you can, and so here's the ticket. Once this thing's all set up, squared up, I'll glue everything down to the board and have everything positioned exactly where I want it. And then at that time, and not before, I'm going to come in with this other boom tube, and I'm going to run it through here, and I'm going to mark there on the sponson where that hole's going to be. I'll develop the hole, I'll put in the carbon fiber rod, and then I'll do the same thing coming back to this side. And that way, I know that this 1.5 degrees will be 2.5 degrees less than this and less than this. So everything will be dialed in perfect. And then, of course, my little rudder. I may use this conventional turn fin, but since this has all that carbon fiber on it, I might use a carbon fiber one. But it looks like I'll have to elongate this hole just a little bit, and I may put another bend right there because my little plate here is flat, and I want this thing canted in just a bit. So I may put some bends in there. I actually have a little break that I could, actually I was thinking about putting some leather in the jaws of the brake, and so I could do a real soft bend in here and maybe hit it several times and get it to curve. Because we all know those curved fins really hold these things in on a turn. So there you go. That's pretty much everything I have to show to you today. We've got this. We've got the little settee things here. Don't know what else to tell you. This little guy, you know what I may do? I may flip this board over and have him on the back, because no, this one is going to have different dimensions than this one. They're going to be off. They're not going to be exactly 100%. I mean, it could be a 32nd of an inch, a 64th of an inch. But, you know, I like to get all my dimensions tight, right, dead nuts on there the first time, and everything's good to go. So there you go. I've filled you in on the latest. Still waiting on a couple of things, and we're going to get going and should have this thing running soon. Have the Atlas running soon too. So stay tuned. There's going to be lots of action going on at Dr. Jet Laboratories. Until next time, Jet out.